Hello and welcome to the spooky garden. It's just a regular garden. We just have more pumpkins planted.
Yes.
But
And
no,
green
welcome.
and peas.
No, welcome back to the garden. Two Peas in a Podcast. I'm Sean. This is Josh. And today is a very spooky episode. Can you tell it's early? It is 11:30 a.m. That's early for me.
I have a confession to make.
I've been up since 8 a.m. and you've been up since 5:30 a.m.
No, I actually went back to sleep.
Oh. But when did you fully wake up then?
Almost 9.
That's scary. Ooh. Ooh. Damn, so I'm technically up before you.
I woke up at 9:11. Ooh.
I woke up
Ow.
in a new Bugatti.
I woke up in a new Bugatti.
So welcome to the Halloween episode. I know it's not technically Halloween, but it's in a couple of days. So we hope that you guys are going to have a spooky episode
It's gonna be
that you can listen to while you're handing out candy.
And bean.
Yeah, you should place a Bluetooth speaker right on your doorstep, and while you hand out candy, just have this episode playing on repeat.
You should dispense candy from your butthole.
I think that's illegal, but if you can get away with it, go
Not if
ahead.
it's Hershey Kisses, it's not.
Gonna be kissing something, I'll tell you what. No, so today, we hinted at it in a previous episode. We are going to be talking about our favorite horror movie franchise ever, if you want to consider it horror. I mean, it's gorer.
We're talking about.
Oh. He told me to
Actually, no, just go ahead. I was going to say something funny, but I can't think of anything.
Oh, okay. We're going to be talking about Yes, that's right. We're talking about Saw. So we're going to do this a little differently. I ranked mine from 1 to 10. I'm going to be honest, though. It's been probably, 4 years since we watched them all together? Whenever the last time I introduced you to them was the last time I watched them.
So I didn't make a list.
That's fine. We don't need to do the list. We could just talk about the franchise if we want.
Because I didn't rank them.
Yeah, I made a list. I'll go through it really quickly.
I would rank
It's
them.
probably
I would
wrong.
rank them now, but it's very hard.
No, it is difficult. I know my top 5, but the rest of them kind of just fall somewhere.
Yeah, I know. Your
Like I
top
said,
one.
it's yes. So far, it's been, like I said, the last time we watched them, which I think was around COVID time ish.
We just binge watched them all.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, have you seen Saw? And you were like, kind of. And then you now have the whole set.
I didn't see them beforehand, and then you introduced me. We watched them all. I was like, this is better than I expected.
Yes.
This is better than I expected.
Yeah, so that was the last time I watched
The only one I
them.
don't have is Saw X.
That's the
But
newest
I have
one.
I have the first 7 Jigsaw and
Spiral. Yes. So we're just gonna kind of be talking about the Saw franchise. But before we do, I want to ask you a question because I have another tiny list. It's only a top 3. Top 3 worst candy to get on Halloween.
Candy corn. Junior mints.
It was a junior mint.
And no, you know what pisses me off?
Go ahead.
Remember the days we used to get full-size candy bars
Yes.
for Halloween?
Yes.
They don't do that anymore. Everybody buys the little mini ones.
Yep, they buy that variety pack.
Yeah.
They buy the chocolate variety pack and then the
And I
candy,
get it. You're
sweet
trying to
fruit.
make it so the kids aren't eating all kinds of candy. I get it. But come on. We're not kids aren't trying to get gypped here.
I mean,
when they come to your house, they want full candy. They want
they
want candy, not candy.
But look, I kind of get it, though, because if you buy the king-sized candy, you kind of have to buy them individually. They don't make a bag set
that's
full
also
of them.
true, yeah.
Or you can order it on Amazon, which I'm sure they have it. But
that's the thing. Every time we went to a house on Halloween and the person gave us full-size candy bars, they were like the MVP.
oh, yeah, they were the best house. Well, we had this little tiny. I'm gonna bring up some memories here.
Oh boy.
Where we used to live when we first became friends. That little neighborhood, that cul-de-sac over there.
Yes.
You remember the big red building on the main street, all the
Yeah.
way down, out like right outside of it.
Yeah, where the shoppy was.
Yes, they would hand out hot dogs and sodas,
Okay, now that's baller.
bro. Every year, hot dog. Like it would just be a barbecue. They'd be like, "Damn, it's the middle of July." Like that's how it would feel because it was just a barbecue and they'd hand out sodas and shit.
Halloween in July.
Yeah, I mean, then they'd have like a bowl. They've had bowls of candy sitting around, but like you could just be walking around and then just get a hot dog.
Yeah, but yeah, because like, what if you want dinner first?
Well, you need that energy to keep walking.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was killer.
Plus, we used to be out later. I mean, we were out there
Oh yeah,
seven to almost what 10 o'clock.
something like
Or
that. It was
6
like
to
a
10.
good 3 to 4 hours of Halloween.
Now they start trick or treating at like noon.
Yeah, and it's over by like 3 p.m.
It's over by like 3 p.m. if they
Yeah.
even last that long.
Yeah,
like,
it's ridiculous.
I'm like, that defeats the purpose of trick or treating. You have to do it at night.
yeah, you have to do it at the spooky time. Honestly, trick or treating should happen at 3 a.m.
Oh boy, 3 a.m.
That's the witching hour. You know what I mean?
Like the bitching hour.
Oh no, but so is that your top three? Well, you only named two. You named candy corn.
Candy corn.
Junior
Now,
mints.
candy corn is at the top of worst candies. Junior mints, I would take.
Mm-hmm.
I'd just be like,
Upset about it.
I would prefer something that's not junior mints. What else? There's got to be another one out there that I can think of, but I can't think of.
Well, I've got my top three. If it'll help you.
What are they?
My top three.
Give me top three worst.
Yeah, top three worst. So bottom three, I guess.
Bottom.
So two of them are basically the same. There's just one difference. Number one, worst candy in my opinion, is a fucking Almond Joy.
Well, yeah, because you don't like coconut.
Yes. My second least favorite is a Mounds bar.
Because you don't like coconut.
Yes.
Who eats a Mounds bar?
And the almond, how does that like people? You always
eats a
hear
Mounds
people.
bar? Well, I do.
People hate Almond Joys, but they love Mounds. And I'm like, what's the difference? There's one almond. You take that
I-
almond off, and it's just an Almond Joy.
So
Or
I
it's just a
used to
Mounds.
not eat Almond Joy or Mounds because I didn't like coconut. But again, with the way the tastes have changed over the years, I had an Almond Joy once and I was like, but
I
you
don't
hate
understand.
coconut so much you can just taste the coconut.
Oh yeah, I hate it. I absolutely despise coconut. I hate the scent, the flavor. I've even had raw coconut from the tree. Still not good. Don't like it.
Shove a snowball down your throat.
Please. And then my third least favorite thing to get on Halloween is not really a candy, but it's those Necco wafers. Those bland,
Necco wafers?
those bland ass, taste like paper wafers.
Have you
that are
ever
like
gotten
that thin.
Necco wafers?
I think I did once.
Halloween?
And then if I had to add another number four, it would be like, you know that weird sheet of paper that's got the weird dots on them, the colored dots.
Yeah. What is
What
that
the fuck
called?
are those
What is that
things?
called? I know what that
I'm
is.
gonna look it up.
It's not like a fruit roll.
I forgot
right?
to hit start on the timer. God damn it, we're falling apart.
Oh, I'm not starting over.
Dot candy. It's gonna give me dots. Not door candy. Dot candy. Yeah, it's just giving me dots. This thing.
Yeah, what is that called?
Mega candy buttons. These things. They just come on a sheet of paper with different colors.
I forgot about those.
And you just peel them off the paper. And it leaves like a stain of whatever
oh,
color
yeah.
it is. Nasty.
I feel like those don't exist anymore.
I hope not, because they taste like fucking chemicals. They taste like, you know, like those tablets you drop in your toilet to keep it clean? That's what they taste like. I'm imagining. We could ask Melman.
I haven't had those in forever.
They're nasty.
Actually, it's been so long. It's been 5 ever.
Yeah, they're nasty.
I don't know though, cause I don't want to say Almond Joy or Mounds because I actually like those. Now,
Weird. No, you know what? Actually, you know what I'm gonna tell you? The dots that it gave me, the box of dots. I don't like those either.
I don't either. Yeah, you know what?
don't
No,
like them either.
no. You know what I don't like? Peeps.
That's not Halloween candy.
I'm just saying I don't like Peeps,
Oh, all right, cool.
but I don't like Dots either. So I'll say Dots is my third.
Yeah, but Dippin' Dots,
Dot dippin'. Dot.
they're good.
Dippin' Dots.
But yeah, so that was something I just wanted to throw in here really quick. Just a little, least favorite candy because it's Halloween.
I
It's all about
like
candy and
it.
shit. So now we're just gonna talk about the Saw movies for the next. I forgot to hit start when we actually started.
Talking about
So we'll
for the
just
next
say-
while.
Yeah, the next couple minutes.
We don't really need the timer. We don't need to know how long it is.
Yeah, I guess so. God, I'm not trying
Because
to.
it's just gonna get edited later.
Yeah, shut up. I'm trying
It
to,
is.
trying to be part of this. You know what I mean?
Part of it. Let's talk about David.
So let's talk about Dave Filoni. So about him.
Dave Filoni? No, David Pumpkins. Idiot.
No.
It's Halloween.
Yeah.
I'm David.
So
Pumpkins.
how do you want to start talking about Saul? You just want to talk about like, well, how about we? Yeah, we already talked about the story of how I got
talk about
you to
Saw.
watch them,
Then we talk about Saw 2. We talk about Saw 3.
and
talk
so
about
on
Saw
and so
4.
on.
And
No.
and Saw on and Saw on.
But we talked about our first experience watching it together. So you basically talked about your first experience.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk about my actual first experience watching anything Saw related. I think I was probably, oh man, I was young, way too young.
Way too
I
young
was
for
probably
Saw.
like 9 or 8. I probably wasn't in double digits yet. And my older sister,
he was
shout
so
out,
young he thought it was Blade.
yeah, I thought it was a movie about eyeballs. But we
What?
my Saul. Dipping,
I saw.
No, so I was probably like 8 or 9, not in the double digits. My older sister, who made the logo that you guys see, the 2-piece logo, shout out, thank you, Shay. She was babysitting me once, and she had a bunch of movies on. I only recently realized that the 2 movies that she had on back to back, which I don't think she did on purpose, I think that was just the channel she was watching, had American History X. Which that's a whole movie entirely that we don't need to talk
That's
about.
a whole different subject, my guy.
And then right after that was Saw 2. And the scene that I remember very vividly, traumatizing me, was when they throw her into the pit of needles.
Oh yeah.
That shit freaks me out to this day.
That shit inspired your life.
Yeah.
Your life choices.
Yes. I avoid needles now.
Maybe you got a needle in your pants.
Well, I mean, we're not going to talk about that on this episode. I mean, we can talk about it later, though. No, but so that was my first experience. And I wasn't even like fully watching it because that scene happened and I was like, I don't want to be here. But obviously it was still on. And I don't even remember what we were doing, but it was just on in the background. And that was the first scene that caught my eye. And then as I got older, I realized what movie it was. And I fell in love with it. Because I love the concept of it. The concept of this guy going around kidnapping bad people and putting them in these traps and saying, live or die, the choice is yours. That's crazy.
Yeah, because he's not killing anybody.
No. And I love that aspect. I think that happens in Saw, I think it's in Saw 2.
Yeah. He's never killed anyone before.
He just gives them the option.
Yeah.
But then I also like the flip side of it with Donnie Wahlberg as the cop.
The most random Donnie Wahlberg role.
I remember when he showed up in that movie and you were like, is that Donnie Wahlberg?
Yeah, literally the first time I seen him, I was like, why the fuck is Donnie Wahlberg here?
I think you made me pause the movie. I think you were like, wait, pause this. And you were like, that's Donnie Wahlberg. And then he was in like the next like 3.
Yeah,
And
then
it was so
he was
crazy.
just there.
He
in
was
the
like a
other
main
3.
character in
Yeah,
some
I'm
of
like,
them.
why the fuck is Donnie Wahlberg here? And why is he in 3 of these?
But I love that he's like, oh, Jigsaw says that he doesn't kill people, but Donnie Wahlberg's character is. I'm just gonna call him Donnie Wahlberg. I don't remember what his name was in the movie. Doesn't matter. But he was like, you're not gonna pull that out of your ass, dude. I'm telling you right now.
It's not there.
Yeah, I
It's
didn't
just
think
poop
so.
there.
But I like how he's just like, oh, so if you hand someone a loaded gun and they shoot themselves, you're saying you're not liable. And I do kind of like some of the dialogue in these movies. Sometimes it can be a little much, but yeah, I just love the concept. And the fact that the first movie basically has nothing happening for a whole almost 2 hours, and it still is entertaining and spawned this entire fucking franchise is incredible. Because the first movie, genuinely nothing happens. It's just these 2 guys that are shackled in a bathroom.
And then it just shows flashbacks for most of the movie.
Yeah, pretty much. And then you finally get that twist, which is what I think really gravitated with people, and that's why this became such a huge franchise, is that twist when the dead guy in the middle stands up, and you find out that that's Jigsaw, and then it's like all of those weird, those Saw cuts.
Where it goes, maybe,
Yeah.
maybe, and it just shows
And
the
it's
whole.
constantly-
It basically shows the whole movie again.
Yeah. And it's just so, and then he's like, game over, and slams the door.
Game over.
What a way to end your movie. And then they really pick it up in the second
Imagine
one.
if they didn't continue the franchise.
Honestly, I think it would still be revered as one of the greatest horror movies to exist.
Because that's a hell of a twist at the end.
However, I do think if it was only
Imagine
the
if there
one,
was no Donnie Wahlberg.
I do think if that was the only one, eventually it would have gotten rebooted.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like, it would have been one of those
Oh,
type
yeah.
of movies. But I kind of love that it kept going. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, how do you even follow the story? There really isn't a story. All the jumps and there's always
there's a story.
twist." I love it.
There's a story.
I love that these movies take themselves so serious that they eventually start being unserious.
Yeah.
You know? It's kind of like Blade. Like, the first Blade movie took itself so seriously that it was good. Then the second and third one took it
Yeah.
way too serious.
Like the Texas
that it
Chainsaw
became
Massacre.
funny. Yeah. Same thing like that.
Anything with a knife name starts serious and then is not serious.
Yeah. You could even throw Child's Play into it. Eventually, they just are like, "Oh, okay, now he's got a wife. Oh, and now they have a kid who's
Oh, yeah.
maybe a man, maybe a girl. Like, we don't know."
Well, look at Friday the 13th.
Freddy versus Jason.
Jason takes Manhattan.
Jason X, where he's in space.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Like they just don't care.
The Alien franchise almost did that
Yeah.
when they started going back to like Prometheus and shit and Covenant. That shit started to get almost a little funny and weird at times. But then they brought it back with Romulus, thank
Yeah.
God.
Yeah,
but-
they just the way these scary franchises go.
Yeah.
It's like they start out, but then they're just like, you know what? It doesn't have to make sense. It's if it does well, that's what matters.
Yeah.
People
And then
like it. That's what matters.
And then I was thinking about this last night. Saw, we've had two quote unquote horror franchises in the past couple of years come back actually scary. Like Saw X was genuinely terrifying, and Alien Romulus brought the horror elements back with
Yeah.
Alien. And you could even throw Jurassic World Rebirth. That actually brought some spooky
True.
elements back to
Yeah.
the Jurassic Park franchise.
People are
So,
starting to bring back the roots of the franchise.
Yes, and I love that.
Instead of
Straying away.
straying away and going
Yeah.
goofy.
Which I still think is fine. I think you can also stray like Megan. Take Megan. Megan, the first movie, took itself super seriously as a horror movie,
Yeah.
and then the sequel, they memed it up.
Oh yeah.
It
Well,
wasn't good though because they were trying to make it funny.
Look at Fast and Furious.
Yeah,
Weren't they just in space?
yes,
Yeah.
and I think they're gonna start teaming up with Transformers and dinosaurs at some point. I'm not
Probably.
sure, but anyway, talking about Saw. Saw is that franchise. I think it was kind of the first franchise that really started to do that kind of shit. Because I think it's Saw. Technically, there's no Saw 7. It's called Saw 3D.
It's
But it's number 7.
retroactively
Yes.
referred to as Saw because it's also known as Saw the Final Chapter, and it's not
It's
the final
not the
chapter.
final chapter at all.
It's not in 3D. And it's not
yeah.
the final chapter.
But
It's Saw.
I think
7.
it's that one that opens up with the couple. They're like in the middle of the city in this glass box, right? And the two people are on the either end of the table tied to it or chained to
Yeah.
it. And then there's this giant buzzsaw up top that lowers and cuts the guy in
Oh,
half.
yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's the two dudes and the
The
girl
girl's there, yeah.
because she was dating both of them.
And then
and
they
eventually-
decide to kill her.
Yes.
Yeah, they make the choice to kill her.
That sounds horrifying, but when you're watching it, it's the funniest shit you've ever seen.
Now this is after. I don't know if I should say it because I don't know if people that are listening to this want to watch the franchise if they've never seen it. I don't know if we should give away anything. Does it really matter?
I think even giving away spoilers, you can still watch it and enjoy it
Okay.
because I don't think it's so much. Again, people don't watch it for the story; they watch it
Yeah,
for the
true.
gore and the contractions.
Because I was gonna get into the fact that literally like Saw 4 through like 7, and even past that, it's not even the real Jigsaw doing these traps.
I was thinking that too.
It's
I was like,
so for context, the real Jigsaw, played by Tobin Bell,
Yes.
John Kramer,
Crazy actor,
he
by the way.
dies at the end of Saw 3,
yeah,
and he shows up in 4, 5, 6, 7, but in flashbacks he's not alive.
Yeah.
Like so, the rest of those movies, it's just a copycat, somebody that he trained to succeed him.
Yeah.
That's doing all these traps, but he's not like John because he's not giving them the choice.
He's like rigging the traps.
He's rigging the traps so that they just die.
They're unwinnable.
Yeah, they're unwinnable.
Yeah, and even if you do get out of the trap, you will eventually die.
Yeah.
Like, at least John Kramer's, he has in place, if you escape, you can fix yourself. Like, he's
Yeah.
got, like, bandages somewhere or medic kits, whatever. So, like, if you escape and you're losing blood very quickly, either he will come in and save you, or there's stuff around you that you can use to protect you. That's what happened with,
Yeah.
what's her name? The main girl.
Amanda.
Yeah. Amanda gets out of that mouth-ripping trap.
But
right?
that wasn't rigged to kill her.
Yes. She was actually allowed to escape.
Yeah.
Then you eventually realize that there's another character. I guess we won't spoil who it is, but it's very obvious. There's another character that takes up the mantle that makes these traps unwinnable.
And
literally.
And then it tells the whole story about the his training and all this, and then after John dies, and it's like
training.
he basically just makes the traps unwinnable.
Yeah.
And it's just doing it to watch people die.
Yeah, and it's when that character, you know who I'm talking about.
Yes, I know who you're
that
talking
character, when he's introduced, from that point on until he's gone, the movies are trash. Like, the story is very whatever. Some of the flashbacks are cool. Some of the traps are okay. But, like, that's where the franchise really started to lose what it was.
I always say the main story wraps up with 3.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it was just 1 through 3, it'd be like one of the greatest horror trilogies
It's good.
ever made.
Yes.
But then 4 starts to delve away from it with the whole.
Yeah.
I mean, not that the story is like it. The continuity of the story still works. Like, you can
Yeah.
watch them all and be like, oh, so it goes back to these.
Yes.
It's just they're not as they're still a little more. They're a little bit goofier than
Yeah, they're not as interesting.
the 1 through 3 storylines.
Yes, and I even think with some of the newer ones, like, a lot of people don't like Jigsaw. I think Jigsaw is okay. I think it's mid.
I thought it was okay.
For me, okay, real quick, we're going to keep talking about it, but I have them ranked. Again, it's probably wrong. I did it really quickly. So my number 1 favorite is Saw 2. Number 2 is Saw X, then Spiral, then Saw 1, then Jigsaw. Then Saw 3 through 7 is my 6 through 10.
Okay.
A lot of people don't like Jigsaw because they think it's too CGI and it's too, like, blockbustery. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I do think the twist in that one specifically is what makes people not like it. Because Saw, again, is known for the twist
Yeah, because
reveal.
then you just find out there's more successors to John Kramer.
Yes.
And there's like, so at this point in Jigsaw, you're like, this is like the 4th or 5th guy that's a successor to John Kramer.
Yeah.
That's been trained at the same time as this one and this one.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, how many successors does this guy have?
Yeah, because there's a lot at some point.
Yeah. That they don't even mention, that's not even mentioned before.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, how many successors does this guy have?
Yeah, and then if you want to go into Saw X, which is the most recent one,
Which takes
we
place
loved
between
it.
1 and 2.
Yes, we loved that one, and I think it. Well, I think you love it, right? I, think
I
we
do love
both
it,
talked
yeah.
about liking it.
It's not as good as it's not as good as some of the other ones. But
No.
it's up there.
I think the story, honestly, is one of the better stories that Saw has told,
Yeah.
though, because again, it takes place between the other ones, and you get to see a little bit more of Jigsaw's motives. You know, like, obviously there's the whole he had cancer, and then his wife, he was about to have a baby, and then the baby got killed, and so blah blah blah, all this other crazy shit, which is a very interesting backstory. Saw X adds another layer to it, and I really really like that. It's where he doesn't want to mess with kids because they're still learning. You know, kids, they make mistakes all the time. There's no reason to punish them for those, but that's also where he realizes that the traps need to be super complex to where you can win or lose.
Right.
And it's very interesting.
Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking about how I would rank the movies.
No, you're good. But yeah, I think Saw X was a really good new addition to it. Saw 11 is still up in the air.
Yeah, that we're working on it, then it got canceled, and now it's back to being just up.
Blumhouse bought the property, though.
Really?
Yes, and that's exciting because Blumhouse is like the horror franchise. Them and I think A24, if you want to count them, are like the top 2 right now.
Neon's coming up too now.
Oh yeah. Since they just did what Long Legs
Long
was
Legs.
it? Yeah, and a
they
couple
did
of
a
other
few
ones.
others. Did they do Talk to Me and Bring Her Back, or was that A24?
Those I don't know. I haven't seen them.
I forget what it was, but either way, Neon is coming up as another one too.
Yeah, and I do think that I'm not a.
You know who's worked for Blum? You know who else has done stuff for Blumhouse? Is James Wan, who co-created Saw.
Yes, James Wan. He's supposed to have a Cthulhu movie coming out.
Cthulhu.
I'm excited.
Cthulhu.
Me.
Yeah.
But if James Wan actually can get his hands on the Cthulhu movie and we actually get it, I'm very excited. The other thing is I think James Wan should be brought back for Saw 11.
Oh, absolutely.
If they're really going to do it.
They need to bring him and the other guy back.
Yeah. And honestly...
Lee Winnell or whatever his name is.
Yeah,
that was in Saw 1.
Yeah, it's a weird name. But I think they need to get those two. And honestly, I think they should have Sam Raimi have some sort of part of it. Do the screenplay or maybe a script or something.
I can see Sam Raimi being involved with it.
Because I just think that would be
Imagine if Sam Raimi directed Saw 11.
I'd be down. If James Wan did all like the production and the screenplay and shit, and then Sam Raimi directed it, I think it could be good.
You get the random Bruce Campbell cameo. Bruce Cambio.
No, Bruce Campbell could be the first one that dies in a trap and sets us up.
Actually, that, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there's always that character.
Yeah.
The movies always start with some random character.
He would do his typical B-movie acting. Be like...
Oh, yeah. But another sleeper hit of the franchise, in my opinion, was Spiral from the Book of Saw.
People talked a lot of shit with Spiral because it wasn't, because it was different. So it was Chris Rock. Because the main guys for Saw had nothing to do with Spiral.
Yeah.
It was a Chris Rock passion project.
This was pre-slap Chris Rock.
Yes. It was a Chris Rock passion project.
Yep.
It was a different side of things. I think it was even in a different town, different city.
Yeah, I think so.
Because it was Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson played his dad.
Yes.
Now, the way they pulled it off, though, the way it was executed, it feels different than a Saw movie, but it still works as a Saw movie because of the way it's done.
Yes, it's so good. I remember the first time we watched it was here.
Like, you could watch Spiral and no other Saw movies, and it would still work as a separate movie.
And that's what I think works with it, is you don't have to know the franchise.
Yeah.
But if you do, it makes it way more enjoyable.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like, it's so good.
Because, John Kramer's not in it.
No, I think they kind of reference him.
I think he's referenced. I think he's referenced in that, and I think he has there's a photo cameo of Jigsaw.
Yeah, something like that.
But as far as Spiral goes, Tobin Bell is not in the movie at all.
No, and that's what threw people off too.
Yeah,
he had no part
the
of it.
only Saw movie that doesn't have Tobin Bell's face in it anywhere.
Yep. Yeah.
But it works that way.
Yeah, and it's done very, very
because
well.
you still have a Jigsaw killer that is spun off from John, but you don't need to watch the other 8 movies to understand that.
Yeah, it's also the first time in a Saw movie that I was able to guess the villain.
Oh, yeah.
I think we all kind of guessed.
I think we all kind of guessed.
Not really, but I know there were some because we watched it with a couple of us.
Yeah, there were a few of us that watched it.
And
Yeah.
some of us had different ideas. Some of us were, thinking. We paused the movie at some point and discussed who we think the killer was. And I know I nailed it, and I think you agreed with me, so you got it.
Oh, yeah, I think I had a general idea.
But I think your mom was definitely on. I think she was for sure like, oh, it's Chris Rock.
Now, my mom hasn't watched the entirety of the franchise.
Yes.
But she did watch Spiral.
Mm-hmm. And she enjoyed it.
And liked Spiral.
Yes. So she's a prime example.
I told her the same thing I told her when we started watching The Walking Dead. I said, it's not just about the gory horror shit. Mm-hmm. It's the story is just as important. It's like The Walking Dead. Don't pay attention to just the zombie walkers.
Yeah.
Pay attention to the story. Now she's like a bigger fan of The Walking Dead than me.
Yeah. No, it's so interesting that Saw has had so many different types of stories told, so many different directors and screenplayers and like a whole bunch of different production teams behind most of them. And they all still do feel slightly connected, but they also feel like their own thing, I mean, we're gonna ignore Saw 4 through 7, but
I would rank 4, 5, 6, 7 as 7 through 10 on my list.
Yeah, which is
in
where
that
mine
order.
Are. Yeah, in that order.
Because I like Saw 3 a lot more than you do. I thought Saw 3 was was better than you would say it is.
Yeah, Saw 3 for me was very for me it's almost good. Because I see the elements and I see what they're trying to do, but for me it just didn't connect.
I would probably put it at number 5. I think as much as this is crazy to say, but as much as I talked about how good it is, I think I would put 3 above Jigsaw.
Okay.
So Jigsaw would be 6, and then 3 would be 5. And then it would probably go 1 Spiral, X, and 2.
Okay. So we have the same top 3?
Yeah,
Right?
because I would do Saw 2 at number 1.
Yeah.
Saw X at number 2.
Yep.
Spiral at number 3. Saw 1 at 4. Saw 3 at 5. Jigsaw at 6. So I would swap your 5
and 6. But we're pretty much evenly matched on the rankings anyway.
Yeah.
Like we're pretty the same.
Because I liked Saw 3. I liked the way the story went.
I'll say
with
this.
him with his with his daughter being gone, and
I'll say this. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, I think Saw 4 makes Saw 3 better because it has that interconnectedness with the woman and her husband.
That's right.
And how Jigsaw dies.
Saw 4 starts right as Saw 3 ended, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think that helps Saw 3 be better, but because of that, I think I have to give Saw 3 less points.
That's right.
Because Saw 4 overall is a horrible movie, in my opinion.
Yeah,
It's
because
one of
Saw
the bad
3
ones.
and Saw 4 happened at the exact same time. Right?
Yeah.
They were they were kind of going concurrent with each other.
Yeah, at least the first half of 4 and the entirety of 3 are the same place. But then 4 tries to throw in all this extra shit that overwhelms it and gets a little... And that's when the franchise really starts to lose its footing with 5, 6, and 7. But overall, yeah, I do think most of the beginning and the end of this franchise is very good. It's a very weird sandwich. You know, the buns are really tasty, but the meat and the filling inside is like almost okay. It's like a little underseasoned.
Yeah.
You know, the lettuce is wet and everything's trying to fall apart. But like the buns are so sturdy that they kind of keep everything in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Weird analogy, but you know what I'm getting at. But the main thing with Saw is the traps.
Oh, absolutely.
So I want to ask you, what are some of your favorite traps from the franchise? We don't have to do like a top 1 or a top 3 or 5, but just I want to talk about some of the traps.
Definitely the bear trap for sure.
That's
probably the
bear
most
trap.
iconic.
Oh yeah, that's
of the traps.
I think it's literally the logo. If you look up
think
Saw,
it
it's
is.
usually
it is.
one of the more.
What was that one
iconic
we were
things.
talking about? Isn't there one from 6 that we really liked? 6 isn't that great of a movie, but
Yeah, I'm
wasn't there
trying
a
to
trap in that we was it 5 or 6 that had a trap that we really liked?
My issue right now is I'm trying to remember what the plot was of 5 and 6 to understand the traps.
6 had that like
Business guy.
Yeah.
So there was the merry-go-round trap where he had to kill all of his associates, all of his employees.
I wonder if that was what it was.
That one was pretty interesting.
I think it was that one.
There's also at the end when he... Oh, no, that's a different one. I think that's 6. There's also another one where he has to put his hand in and get his hand crushed. I think that might be the one. He's got to put his hand in and get it crushed and push a button.
That's right. Yeah.
Which might actually be the same trap as the merry-go-round one. I can't remember.
The merry-go-round one was
it was very
yeah.
interesting. That's probably the most.
And I'm pretty sure that one was in 6.
Yeah, I think that one upset us because we were talking about like, oh, imagine we had to kill people that we knew and loved and cared about. Like, you know, like imagine our parents and our best friends and, you know, our like other people up there and having to kill them and leave 2 of them alive. That's intense.
Excuse me.
PU. But no, that's a crazy trap. I think another one, it's very simple. It's not really even a jigsaw trap. He just kind of, it's an old trap from the old times. But that big metal bowl that he puts the one guy's wife in and she burns, that shit freaks me the fuck out.
You know what else is a really... it's not as interesting, but I just thought it was kind of... like, a little unique, but not, like, super unique. Remember when the FBI guy has his head in the bowl,
In the water bowl,
in the water bowl,
and it's filling up.
yeah,
Yeah, that
and
was
he has
one
to
of.
do a tracheotomy on his throat, so
But
he can breathe.
that's another one where that's a trap that he was not supposed to survive from. He was actually
That's
supposed
right,
to drown,
yeah,
but he
'cause-
just so happened to have a pen in his pocket.
Because the successor
Yes.
put him in that.
Yeah,
to kill
and
him.
was trying to kill him, and then he
Yeah.
lived.
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, 3 and 4 happen at the same time. I think 5 also happens around the same time, maybe a little bit after.
I think it's like right after the events of 3 and 4.
3 and 4 happen at the same time, and then 5 picks up at the end of both.
Yeah, and then 6 and 7 are just kind of there.
Yeah.
I don't really remember where they take place, but they're kind of just bleh.
Yeah, I know. They take place after.
Yeah, but they also called Saw 7 the final chapter because they were like,
Yeah.
we know this franchise is dying. Nobody likes these anymore.
Because I'll
Then
be
they brought it
honest.
back.
I'll be honest. I say that the franchise started to get lousy when Jill Tuck showed up.
Okay, I see that.
Now she wasn't in 3 that much, but 4 was where she first got like a main role. Because then they tried to rewrite John's story, kind of.
Yeah, they were trying to do.
Remember
weird
his
things.
original story of why he started it because he survived the car crash.
Because he was trying to kill himself
Yeah.
after the death of his child, and and the finding out he has cancer.
Yeah.
He was really depressed and tried to kill himself, but
Yeah.
lived.
But the child thing wasn't there until after she showed up. Then they worked that in.
Yeah, then
with
they
it
did a
too.
whole weird thing.
Originally, it was like he was trying to kill himself because he had cancer, and
Yep.
he just wanted to take himself out. But then he survived and realized there's more to life than
yeah,
people take for granted, and then he started doing it.
yeah. He's
But then when they
like-
brought her in, they worked in that she was pregnant, and worked in the clinic,
Mm-hmm.
and then the baby got killed,
yeah,
and they just the way it got worked. I don't know. It was weird. And
yeah, it was very
and that started happening around Saw 4 or 5.
yeah, pretty like
When they
in the
started
middle
really
of the
working that
franchise.
in. That's why I say 1 through 3 is like peak Saw.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's why I also like Saw X, because Saw X is in that
In the middle
1
of it,
through
yeah.
3 section there.
Yes.
And then there's Spiral, which is also not anywhere near that at all, but it works out good.
Yeah.
It's a good movie also.
No, it's a very weird franchise, but it's one of those like guilty pleasure franchises, at least
Yeah.
for me.
It's one of my
Because
yeah, I love it.
Because obviously, yeah, if I'm watching them and I get to Saw 3, my brain is like, you know what's coming.
Yeah.
But like, I kind of want to watch it.
Look, if your guilty pleasure is something like the Saw franchise, I respect that.
Yes.
Because that's mine.
Yeah. No, and it's, you know what else is crazy? It's not one of those franchises that I'm sitting around being like, I should binge these. You know, it's not like Harry Potter where I'm
Yeah.
like, damn, I really want to go through and watch them all again. Or like
Yeah.
Marvel, you want to start from the beginning and start.
Yeah.
But Saw is definitely one of those where it's like, you know what? I'm going to start in the middle and just see where I go.
Just be like,
you know what I mean?
Just be like, what if I want to watch them in chronological order? You start with Jigsaw.
You know what's crazy? Somebody probably has compiled all the flashback scenes and all that and
Probably.
actually put it in order.
Imagine watching Jigsaw first, because there's a lot that take place in that takes place before Saw 1.
Yeah.
But it's also like, none of this makes any sense.
Honestly, you know what I think you
Honestly,
should
the
do?
only way to really watch it is in release order.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm about to throw out a crazy thing. I think you should start with Spiral. Because that's a weird introduction to what Jigsaw might possibly be. Because they reference him,
Yeah.
right? And then you're while you're watching the movie, you're like, oh, who's that random guy that they're mentioning? You know, like this
Yeah.
guy called Jigsaw that used to do this. Then you go back and watch from the beginning, and you're like, oh, this is now a story about him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You
like,
watch-
see Spiral as chapter 1.
You do Spiral, then you do 1X,
Yes.
2 through 7 Jigsaw last.
Yes. Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Yeah. I think I
Because
just
you work
think,
Saw X in the middle of 1 and 2, because that's when it takes place.
and the other thing is Spiral is, again, we were saying it's so unconnected, but it's so deeply connected
Yeah.
that putting it first gives the audience that sort of, oh, there's a whole franchise about the guy they mentioned in this 1 5-second scene. And I just think that's so interesting because you could be like watching Spiral, seeing all these traps down, and they mention Jigsaw. They're like, oh, there used to be this guy, John Kramer, Jigsaw, and he used to do this shit. But we're not going to talk about him ever again in the rest of this movie. And then you could be like, oh, well, now I want to know.
Yeah.
And then you start watching Saw.
Yeah.
I think that
because
would be
the thing
interesting.
too is they mentioned John Kramer,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't show his face in Spiral. Remember?
Yeah, I don't think.
So then when you watch Saw 1, you still don't you find out who John Kramer is, what he looks like, but you still don't realize that he's still the body in the bathroom
Yes.
at the end of the first
And
one.
then you get that game over.
Yeah.
Door slam.
Honestly,
and then the rest of the franchise
Watching
goes.
Spiral first makes the twist at
Right?
the end of 1 way better.
It builds
You're
the
like,
suspense
he's
higher.
been there the whole
Yes,
time?
it builds the suspense more. You
'Cause then-
still
yeah.
think this guy is dead.
Like, you get the reference to John Kramer in Spiral.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get the backstory of John Kramer in 1. Then you find out at the end that he's been there the
Still
whole time.
alive.
And you're like, whoa.
Yeah, it would, bro. Honestly, it would blow my mind.
I'm going to do that now.
Right?
I'm gonna
Anytime
do
I'm
that
gonna,
now.
maybe I need to ask Allie. I don't think Allie has ever seen a Saw movie, or maybe she's seen bits and pieces. I'm gonna start her on Spiral and then go in,
That's a good idea.
and I want to see what happens
That's a good idea.
because I'm very interested. Because that is a cool concept
yeah.
that Spiral kind of does.
Yeah, because you really get that. You get the brief reference.
Yeah, and then in 2 and
a
3,
dead character, and then
Yep.
you go back.
and then in 2 and 3, and mostly X, but 2 and 3, you get a lot more of his backstory, like how he became who he is. But you're already introduced to him. That's cool.
Yeah.
I love that. I just thought of that.
You're already introduced
That's
to John
incredible.
Kramer. You've heard the name before. Then you start you see all the flashbacks, and it's talking about the story of John with the cancer.
Yeah.
And Lawrence Gordon being the doctor, and blah blah blah. And then it all comes together at the end of 1 when
Yes.
when it shows when it reveals everything, and then he gets up,
Yeah.
and you're like, "That's the guy."
That's the
And
guy.
then you just watch the rest.
It's
the
that
rest of the
Leonardo
franchise.
DiCaprio meme. Whoop.
Just like, then you just watch the rest of the franchise.
Yeah.
After that. And then you end with Jigsaw, which is kind of a weird ending, but
Yeah.
because you watch 1 and then but you have to watch X in between 1 and 2.
Yeah.
if you're gonna do it that way.
If that's how they planned it, then yeah, you kind of have to. But I
Yeah.
still think it would work. I think it could still work fine.
Yeah.
And then honestly, shit, just watch.
Although Saw X does kind of give away the fact early that Amanda is also one of his successors,
Yeah.
because they don't really reveal that until late in
But
Saw
that could
2.
be the same thing with watching Spiral first. X, you get introduced to this character Amanda, and then you watch 2, and you find out how she became his apprentice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But and then you see her the whole time with the other group of people that are kidnapped in
Yeah.
2, and you're like,
Yep.
you already know that she.
Yeah. You have
is
like this
involved.
inkling being like, oh, well, I thought she was with the guy, but why is she here?
Yeah.
And then you have an even bigger twist where it's like, oh, yeah, she was working for him the whole time. I also think Saw 2 has some of the better twists because, yeah, you find out Amanda's working with him
Yeah.
this whole time. You also find out that all of the shit that's happening in the house, kind of a spoiler, but, you know, it's not.
Yeah.
All
Already-
the shit in the
it
house
already
happened,
happened.
like weeks ago.
Yeah,
and it's
you,
all pre-recorded.
You think it's happening at the same time as the whole interrogation between Eric Matthews, Donnie Wahlberg.
Wait a minute. How the fuck did you remember his name? Oh, you fucking Googled it.
Donnie Wahlberg
I was depressed for
and
a second.
John, right? You think that their interrogation and the whole Saw 2 in the house is happening at the same time. Then you find out that it's all pre-recorded like weeks before.
Yep.
So Donnie Wahlberg's just like, wait a minute. Hold on.
Wait a
What?
And his son was in the safe. Because that's the other cool thing, too. I think the writing for specifically Jigsaw and Tobin Bell
Oh, yeah.
is so perfect. Because in the beginning of the movie, when Donnie Wahlberg captures, he tells him straight to his face, your son is in a safe space.
Yeah.
Literally, his son is in a safe.
A safe.
That's incredible.
Exactly.
Pure cinema. Martin
That's-
Scorsese.
that's-
pure cinema.
See, James Wan and the other guy wrote the first 3, and that's how you know it's
Yeah.
peak.
Yep.
I mean,
Peak.
they wrote the first 3. It's perfect. After
Yeah.
that, then it was like all these other random schmucks that wrote
Yeah.
it.
But it's just, oh man, thinking about it now, it is such a good franchise, and it sucks that it kind of fell off a little bit in the middle there.
I hope they can bring back. I don't know. I mean, as much as I would want it to go on forever, I know it can't.
Yeah.
So if they do bring back Saw 11, they should make that be like the end and have it go out with a bang.
Oh, yeah, make it like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, and
long.
have it go out with it, because look at how well Saw X did.
Yeah.
Saw X has the best critical reviews of any Saw movie.
Yes.
That's how good it was.
Yeah.
So they have the potential to finish off the franchise with a huge, big ending, a
But
big
see,
finale.
But this is my other thing.
That would be
though.
better than the original finale, which
Yeah.
is.
This is my other thing though. If they do want to keep this going forever, right? Because I kind of think you maybe can a little bit. Their issue, which is why the franchise sort of started falling off a little bit, is they can't have a good Saw movie, well, general audience wise, without having Tobin Bell's Jigsaw in it. And I think that's another problem why it's struggling. Because that's why Spiral didn't get good reviews or have a lot of money.
And that's why Saw X did so well.
Yes, because they brought Tobin Bell back.
They brought the franchise back to its roots. They went back to the
Yeah.
1 through 3 peak era.
Yeah, and I think they really need to try and pivot away from him, sadly. Because, yes, he obviously is the best part of it. He is the guy that started it all. But when they eventually, in 5, 6, and 7, say that he is dead and he's not in any of the movies anymore, nobody has cared. Nobody wanted to watch them.
Yeah, because then all you're getting, first you're getting him in flashbacks, and then you're just not getting him at all.
Yeah, and that's why people were like, yeah, fuck this, I don't want it.
Remember in Saw 7 when they did the flashback of a young John Kramer, and it was just Tobin Bell in a hat?
With a ball cap.
With a ball cap on backwards?
No facial makeup.
No makeup.
No visual effects.
That's a meme now.
Pure, like, 60-year-old Tobin Bell
was
wearing
like
a
60,
hat.
70 years old with a backwards ball cap
Trying to
on.
play a 30-year-old.
And they were like, this guy is 30 years old.
And that's where this franchise is kind of comedy based, because you know that they know that it's not looking good.
Yeah.
But that's the other thing too. The budget for these movies never are up there. Like most movies nowadays have like somewhere between 150 million.
They actually
to
kill real
400
people.
million. Oh yeah,
Those people are.
yeah. In the first movie, where's that other guy? Not the doctor, the other guy, the private investigator guy. Where'd he go?
Danny Glover?
Yeah, he don't act anymore. He actually died in that movie.
Oh.
Remember when he slammed the door?
Hey, tell that to people that have seen him
no.
in movies that came out after Saw.
Nah, I didn't. So he doesn't exist.
Oh, all right.
He died. They killed him in that movie.
They killed Lee Winnell.
Same in Saw 2. Where's all the other cast of characters?
Donnie
from the house?
Wahlberg is dead.
Not him. He's still got Wahlburgers, bro. He can't die yet. You know that healthy food that Wahlburgers.
Shout out to Blue Bloods fans.
No, but Saw is such a crazy franchise, man. I have such a love-hate relationship with it, and I love it.
Me too.
The Saw franchise is just like, it's like that crazy X that you just can't stop getting enough of.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't say it.
Please.
Yes.
Forget that ever happened. I'm gonna cut that.
Oh, it doesn't cut it.
Doesn't cut. I won't. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I mean, we still have a little bit of time. Do you want to talk about other horror movie franchises? Or just cut it here.
I mean, we can.
I mean, it's technically our first Halloween spooky episode we've ever done.
True.
All right, so then let's talk about, we talked about Saw, which was our favorite franchise. Let's talk about, like, other horror movies that we really like, because we're not really horror movie people.
No, we're not.
I mean, you are more so than I am. But...
Well, someone that's seen... As someone that's seen the Conjuring franchise.
Yes.
There's a few duds. Like The Nun 1 and 2.
Yeah, I've heard those ones are not.
The Nun and The Nun 2 are not great.
Yeah.
We just saw. Me and my mom and my cousin and her boyfriend went and saw The Conjuring Last Rites. It was good. It was a good last Conjuring movie.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, the franchise is going to continue with the others, probably more Annabelle movies and more Nun movies, of course. But or maybe a sequel to. Apparently, The Curse of La Llorona is in the franchise. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Apparently, it's part of the franchise. I think it takes place before or after. I forget when.
Interesting. You know what though? I'm gonna say this now before it pops out. You know the comedian Matt Rife?
Yes.
He bought the rights and all that shit to the property.
He bought the house.
Yeah, for like 5 years.
Yeah, and he's touring the Annabelle doll.
He is going to make a scary movie type movie. It's going to be horrible. I'm not saying it's going to be good, but he is going to do that.
Here's the problem I have with Matt Rife. He's touring the Annabelle doll right now, right? Somebody that worked with him, like a roadie or something, actually just died while on the tour, while giving the tour of the Annabelle doll.
Yeah, a bunch of crazy. And didn't like a house burn on fire? Like
I think
burn down or something?
But it's like the doll is actually cursed. Like you are making a huge mistake touring that thing around.
Yeah.
And he has the rights to the house and all the exhibits in there. It's a shame because...
Yeah. I wonder what kind of demon it is. Is it a fae or a poltergeist or...
Man, this ain't phasmophobia.
Is it a yokai?
Yokai.
No, I will say, Allie...
It's a Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Allie really likes horror movies. And so she's been watching a shit ton recently with her friend. I have not been participating. But she will then give me a full synopsis of the movie. And so I've basically seen them. So I'm getting a little bit more into the horror-ish franchise. I will say the first horror movie that I ever watched and actually enjoyed is a movie that I was forced to go to by you. That was the first It movie. Not the first, the reboot one with Bill Skarsgård.
Oh, really? That was the first one? Because I remember making you watch The Conjuring at my house. And
but I didn't watch it.
My
eyes were closed. My eyes were closed the whole time.
That's right. You were like genuinely terrified.
I was underneath the bed on my phone.
The first Conjuring is so good.
I made you guys put on Toy Story 3 when it was
The
done.
Conjuring.
And we got yelled at.
The first one, the second one, are really good. Last Rites is good, but it's not as good as 1 and 2. I think the worst of those 4 Conjurings is probably the third one, which is Devil Made Me Do It. It's good, but it's not it's weaker than the other ones.
No,
but they're all based on true, actual cases that those
and I think
the Warrens did.
I think that's actually an interesting thing is that it's actually based on true events. That's another reason why people get so scared because they're like, oh shit, this stuff could and actually did happen.
And those words based on true events still haunt me to this day because the first time I ever seen that was in a trailer for The Strangers, and that's why I haven't watched The Strangers yet because that can happen.
Yeah.
And apparently it has.
Yeah.
I still have not watched it to this day. I'm too scared to watch The Strangers. Those masks freak me out. Dead ass. They freak me out.
I don't even know what... I always try to explain myself on why I don't like horror movies. And it's not that I don't like being scared. Because we play Phasmophobia and all these other spooky games. And, that's fine. I played the new Quiet Place game where you cannot speak because it picks up sounds from your microphone. Actually terrifying. I shit myself when I play it.
Didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, it's actually really good. But I don't know. I don't like... It's tough. It's hard to explain because, like I said, I don't like being scared, but I also get the adrenaline rush that people get when they do it.
That's why I love playing Phasmophobia.
Yeah, because it's that rush.
Yeah.
And it makes you want to keep going.
I mean, if I didn't die first. If I wasn't the first one to die, I'd be happy to have more of an adrenaline
Well, it also doesn't help that you're the spirit box guy.
Yeah.
Because Brian's the princess van, the van princess. He does not leave that van. Once we get the equipment set up, he is in that van.
I should make Brian the spirit box guy.
We should have you be the van princess.
Yeah, I'll be the van princess.
Because you keep dying.
Yeah,
Brian, you're now the spirit box guy.
Yeah, because then it'll give me more of an adrenaline rush when somebody else dies first.
Yeah.
Because then you're like, oh shit, now the stakes are higher.
Yeah. But, I don't know, horror movies are really cool. I think if I had to do a top 3 of my favorite horror movies that I've seen, probably, Saw 2 is still up there. And then with Bill Skarsgård. Then my third one, I don't even know if I have one. I mean, Madagascar 3 is pretty scary.
Europe's Most Wanted. Yeah, scarily
No,
bad.
you know what? My number 3 scariest movie you've ever seen? Open Season. I'm scared to go in the woods now.
If you go out in the woods today.
What's a shawl?
What's a shawl?
What's a shawl? Wait, do you have a movie in here that I can see? That's spooky? I don't think so.
Jaws. Jaws is spooky.
Ooh, you know what? Yeah. No, I put...
Jaws is spooky.
You want to know the first time I ever saw the movie Jaws? I was at a family friend house, and they had a big-ass pool. I'm saying 12-foot deep pool in their backyard, and a huge movie projector next to the pool. It was, Josh, I'm not kidding you, probably 1 a.m. And they all decided, all the adults, of course, decided to put on a movie. And we were all excited, all the kids sitting in the pool with the lights on, the pool lights on. These dickheads put on Jaws. And everyone was in the pool watching it, right? And we had no idea what it was, us kids, because we've never seen it. We didn't even know what it was. I asked my dad, I was like, what's this movie about? And he was like, sharks. And that's it. That's all he said. And I was like, oh, cool. All right. We are watching this movie, and all of a sudden, as soon as Jaws, the shark, does anything spooky, the family friend turns the pool lights off.
Ooh.
And it is pitch black now. The only light we have is from that projector, and it's on the projecting screen. So there's no lights.
God.
And to make it even worse, it's the middle of summer, so bats are dive bombing the pool to get the bugs off the top of the pool. So we're watching this movie, and bats are just foom, 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 like diving basically at us.
Oh my god.
And then the climax of the movie happens with the shark. Bro, I never wanted to go in a swimming pool for the rest of my life.
See, not gonna lie, I've wanted to do that so Jaws, the one that I got is like I forget what year anniversary or something, but it's in 4K, right?
Yeah.
With
yeah.
With the Dolby Atmos soundtrack.
I would go see that with you.
Bro, watching it on this TV with that is like...
I would see that in a theater
It's
with you.
genuinely terrifying.
Oh, yeah, no. Jaws is still kind of...
It made me love the movie all over again.
Oh, yeah.
When I rewatched it that way.
I love Jaws now, but having that as your first experience watching the movie, I'm going to do that to my kids. I'm going to rent out a 12-foot deep pool and get a giant projector and make them watch it in a pool. And they're not allowed to get out because we weren't allowed to get out of the pool.
Oh, yeah.
That was the rule. You had to be in the pool for the whole duration of the movie.
I'll tell you which one is kind of scary to do when you're watching in a swimming pool is Poltergeist. Or is it Poltergeist where it's in? Where they're in the backyard has a pool that they're digging out, but they haven't finished it yet.
Oh, I
and
don't
there's
know.
the scene where the lady runs out and she falls in, and there's all kinds of washed up bones that were real, by the way. I found out real skeletons like washing up there, and she's trying to climb out of the hole, and it's like all muddy because it's pouring rain, and she's like trying to get out, and there's all these bones, which I did find out those skeleton bones were real.
Oh, shit.
And they did it on purpose to freak her out. Like, I don't think
they didn't tell her?
No, they didn't tell her.
Wow. That has the same energy as in the first Alien movie, which is another considered horror.
Oh, and
they
didn't tell them about John Hurt's thing.
Yeah.
He was the only one that knew, other than the producers.
Yeah. I love when movies do that, especially horror movies, because it really does bring out that actual fear.
Yeah, you get a genuine
Like in The
reaction.
Shining. They kind of fucked that actress up with that movie, The Shining.
I know. Shelley Duvall got fucked up.
Yeah, and I feel so bad. But it did make for a
It made her
great
eyes
movie.
wider than they are.
Yeah, like Jack Nicholson was actually going crazy. Like that's what she genuinely thought.
Yeah, yeah.
She didn't even realize they were filming most of that.
Yeah, they didn't tell her any of that.
Yeah,
and
they fucked her up.
see, when you do that, when you put somebody like Shelley Duvall, and don't tell her anything, and then you get somebody like Jack Nicholson, who's revered as one of the finest actors ever,
Yeah.
doing all that, like being crazy, acting crazy, it's very believable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't want to be, running around with him doing that. I mean, he knows it's an act because he's being told about it.
Yeah.
He's acting, and she doesn't know. That I would traumatize somebody.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it traumatized her for the rest of her life until she passed away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she didn't do anything else after that.
No,
movie,
not
I don't
really.
think.
I
She
think
just
she
kind
kinda
of hid
stopped.
away. And I don't blame her.
Yeah.
But that movie is also very scary. Actually, you know what? The Shining is probably in my top 3.
Yeah.
I would take The Shining.
You know what I
over
want to
Jaws.
watch because I haven't watched it is Doctor Sleep
You haven't seen it yet?
haven't seen it yet.
Bro, it's kind of good.
because it follows up The Shining.
Yeah, it's kind of good.
I think I have a copy of the book.
Ewan McGregor is so good in that role.
Didn't Mike Flanagan make that? I think he did.
I think he did, yeah. Oh, also,
That's why I want to watch it.
I found out recently, there's a movie coming out, The Show, which I haven't seen yet, but I want to watch
Welcome
it.
to Derry?
Welcome to Derry. There's a character in it that is a young version of the black guy from The Shining.
Yes.
That's insane.
I
So
heard
they're
about that.
actually piecing this whole Stephen King universe together, and I think that's how you should do it.
Oh yeah.
I think you need to have a Stephen King.
I think Welcome to Derry is connected to It, like the new It with
Yeah.
Bill Skarsgård, because I think it's still Bill Skarsgård playing it,
yes,
right?
yeah, it's a prequel series.
Yeah.
Like the first time he
and then
shows
The
up.
Shining. The Doctor Sleep movie is a sequel to the movie Shining.
Yeah, so technically that's canon then.
Like the book is a sequel to the Shining book. The movie is a sequel to the movie.
To the movie, yeah.
But it's better. Apparently, it's better than The Shining. People say it's better than because a lot of people didn't like The Shining when it came out.
Yeah, obviously with our
I mean, I love The Shining.
with general audience recency bias, I would think they would probably say
I
that.
love The Shining, and I haven't seen Doctor Sleep yet. But people that didn't like The Shining love Doctor Sleep.
I think Doctor Sleep is good. I think The Shining is better, but that has the same energy as with the Halloween franchise. People don't like the first one right now because it's not as scary as the newest
I
one.
love the first.
The first
Halloween.
one is kind of spooky. Not as like jump scare spooky or like that's like that's like the theme that you have to hear every
yeah.
Halloween. It's the movie's called Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
Happens on Halloween. That's what you get.
Well, it's like Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
The first of those franchises are like horror classics.
Yes.
I mean, even Scream. Scream is another good one.
Yes. I have to watch those.
Scream is great.
I know it doesn't count, but I saw one of the recent ones with like Jenna Ortega.
You
and all
have
of them.
you have to watch the first one.
It did make me want to go back and watch. And it's Matthew Lillard.
Yeah.
When I first saw Scream, I didn't scream. On my screen.
The first 3 Screams are really good.
I'll have to go back and watch them.
It's
and Five Nights at Freddy's 2 comes out soon.
That's right.
We're going to do an episode on that. And we'll talk about the first one because we never did.
I'm still curious as to who Skeet Ulrich is going to play. He's casted, but it doesn't say who's
Probably
playing.
Henry Emily.
That's what they're saying. That's what the theory is.
Did you see the other casting, though? Oh, yeah, you did. I sent them to you. Matt Pat is Toy
Matt
Bonnie.
Pat is Toy Bonnie.
And
yeah.
Megan
And
Fox
Megan
is Toy
Fox is
Chica.
Toy Chica.
That was a crazy pull. At that point, just cast MGK as Toy Freddy.
I want to know who's gonna be Toy Freddy and Toy Foxy.
I kind of hope Toy Foxy is played by Jacksepticeye. It won't be, but that's my hope.
Now Jacksepticeye will play Mangle.
Ooh, and Markiplier plays Ennard.
They're saving that. They're
Saving
saving that for him.
Saving.
You know they're saving Ennard for him.
Hell yeah.
You
They have
watch.
to.
You watch Mark get casted and play Ennard.
Yes. And you know what? They're going to get Anya Taylor-Joy to play Circus Baby. And Scarlett Johansson to be Bella.
Who's gonna play the marionette? Don't say Jack Black. Do not say Jack Black.
No, who's the... Jack Black, yeah. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
you saw that, right? That there
No,
was a joke that went out
yeah, I
saying
did.
Jack Black was playing a marionette.
No, you know who... First of all, Balloon Boy should be played by Danny DeVito. And second of all, the marionette needs to be played by that one guy who did the costume work and the movements for that Alien and Romulus, the tall, skinny one. That guy, the basketball player or whatever. Him as the marionette. Because the marionette doesn't speak.
Yeah.
So just make it super lanky and creepy and crawly.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like have him do, or get the guy that did. He's in a lot of shit and he does all the mocap for that. He was like the Abe Sapien in Hellboy. And
Oh,
he
Doug
was
Jones.
That guy.
Doug Jones would be perfect
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah,
Actually,
I think that would be cool.
Shout out to Doug Jones.
Doug Dimmadome, the owner of the Dumb
Doug
Dimmadome.
Jones.
But yeah, I think that's how that could work. And you know what? Fuck it. Get Pedro Pascal to be Toy Bonnie.
Yes.
No, Toy Freddy. Sorry, Matt Pat's already Toy Bonnie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, Pedro Pascal should be Phone Guy.
Hello.
I'm cooking out of my mind with this casting right now.
Come on, Emma Tammy, the director.
Yes.
Think about this.
Yes. Think about it.
Think about that.
Think about it. Oh, and if Five Nights at Freddy's 3 is going to be based off the actual game Five Nights at Freddy's 3, James Wan needs to do something with it. He needs to be a part of it.
Oh, absolutely.
Like I don't even care if he just does production design. Get him in there. Get him somewhere in there. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
Yes. Well, I think that does it though.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think we
It's a
covered
good
a lot.
long episode. Did
We
a lot
covered
of
a lot of
Halloween stuff.
spooky stuff.
Yes, our very first of what will be annual Halloween episodes.
Halloween?
Because we missed it last year because we forgot. But we were still learning back then. Now we're evolved.
Yes.
Adapted.
We have evolved physically and.
I'm better than you. I'm stronger. I'm better.
Oh, there goes another follower.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, whoever unfollowed us, fuck you.
They're probably not listening because they unfollowed us.
Yeah. Everyone else that's still following, say fuck you to that guy or girl that unfollowed us.
When I say fuck, you say you. Fuck
Me.
you.
But yeah, so that does it for this episode. Thank you for tuning in to this spooky episode.
Spooky.
If you liked this, give us a follow and don't unfollow. Leave a comment down below talking about your favorite horror franchise or just favorite horror movies in general. We even talked a little bit about some games, so leave some spooky games. And go follow us on the Fongie Corporation Instagram page because Brian, our social president, is finally taking over. He's been posting recently on there and doing a really bang-up job. So, yeah.
He has.
Yes. He was also on the podcast for a couple of episodes.
Yeah.
If you go back and listen to those, you can get his story and his interests. But yeah, so follow us on Instagram, Fongie Corporation. For any comments, questions, concerns, or business inquiries, you can email us at thefongiecorporation@gmail.com. That's THEFONGY corporation@gmail.com. I think that does it.
I think so.
Yeah. So thank you guys. Hope you have a spooky Halloween, and we will see you in November, my birthday month, next week. So tune in for that.
Be ready.
It's not my birthday episode, but
No, not yet. Not yet.
Be ready, though.
next week we're just going to be talking about stuff. You know,
We are.
Yes.
Talking 3. No, talking 4.
4,
Right?
3.5. Show up next week and you'll know.
Yes.
But thank you guys, and we will see you later.